Hello and welcome. If you're a parent, there is nothing more stressful than seeing your little one in discomfort. And constipation, that can be a real challenge for everyone. But the good news is there are some really gentle and effective home remedies that can bring relief. So let's dive in and find out how you can help your baby feel a whole lot better. It's just so tough, isn't it, when your baby is fussy and you can just see that they're in pain, but they can't actually tell you what's wrong. That discomfort is so often the very first clue that something's not quite right with their digestion.
Okay, so first things first, the most crucial step is to figure out what's really going on. How can you be sure that it's actually constipation? Well, let's take a look at the specific signs your baby might be showing you.
Really? You want to think of these signs as your baby's way of talking to you. Crying when they're trying to poop is a huge red flag for pain. You might also notice that their stools are hard and dry, almost like little pellets. And, of course, they might be going way less often. A bloated, gassy tummy, maybe they're not as active as usual and they don't seem very hungry. Those are all classic signs that their little system is backed up. So, once you've pretty much confirmed the issue, the very next step is relief. And honestly, the most natural and best place to start is with their diet, specifically with the amazing power of fruits and vegetables. When you're fighting constipation, fiber is absolutely your best friend. It's what adds bulk to the stool, which helps everything move nice and smoothly through the digestive tract. Seriously, upping their fiber intake is probably the single most important dietary change you can make.
All right, here are some fantastic foods to have on your radar. For fruits, prunes are a total powerhouse. That's because they have something called sorbitol, which is a natural laxative. But peaches, pineapple, and papaya are also amazing choices. You can serve them mashed up or as a puree. And for veggies and grains, things like lentils, dal, and dahlia, which is a kind of cracked wheat, can make a huge difference. They're all just packed with the fiber your baby needs.
Now, besides their diet, there are some other super simple yet really effective remedies you can whip up right in your own kitchen. This is such a wonderful, gentle remedy. All you do is soak a few raisins in some warm water for a little bit and then strain it. You can give your baby that raisin-infused water to drink, or if they're old enough for solids, you can even mash up the softened raisins for them to eat. It's a really mild, natural laxative that just works wonders. Okay, let's talk about two more really key components for relief: providing physical comfort with massage and making sure your baby is getting enough to drink. Hydration becomes even more critical once your baby starts eating solid foods, usually around that 6-month mark. Before then, they're getting most of what they need from milk. But once solids are in the picture, their body's water balance totally changes. Offering plenty of water throughout the day is absolutely key to keeping stools soft and easy to pass. A warm oil massage can be so incredibly soothing. When a baby's constipated, their lower tummy can feel pretty hard and tense. By gently massaging that area in a clockwise motion with some warm coconut or mustard oil, you're helping to relax all those tight little muscles. It can even physically get the bowels moving. So what's the magic number for massages? Well, a great target is twice a day, especially when they're really struggling with constipation. And a little pro tip, a massage right before bedtime can be extra effective. It helps them relax for a good night's sleep and might just lead to a successful bowel movement in the morning. Now, treating constipation is one thing, right? But preventing it from even happening in the first place, that's the ultimate goal. So let's look at some long-term strategies. We've already talked about water, but you can also offer other hydrating fluids just to keep things interesting for them. Things like coconut water, a little bit of lemon water, or some sweet lime juice are all great options to make sure their digestive system stays lubricated and running smoothly. At the end of the day, it really comes down to a simple choice. Homemade food is naturally going to be high in fiber, and it's just so much easier for a little tummy to digest. Processed foods, on the other hand, are often really low in fiber and can be much harder for their developing system to handle. Sometimes they can even cause the very problem you're trying to fix. Oh, and here's a fantastic nutritional tip for you. Sometimes iron-rich foods or even supplements can contribute to constipation, but a great way to counteract that is to pair those iron-rich foods with things that are high in vitamin C. Not only does vitamin C help the body absorb iron better, but it also helps keep things moving. And this really brings us to the most powerful tool that you have in your toolbox: your own observation. At the end of the day, you are the expert on your child. Pay close attention. Keep a little mental note of what they're eating and how their body responds. You'll quickly start to see if there are any specific foods that might be a trigger for them. So after going through all of these gentle and effective strategies, the only question left is, which one are you going to try today? Whether it's introducing a little bit of papaya, trying a gentle tummy massage, or making some of that raisin water, you now have the tools to help your little one feel so much better, and all naturally.